We're doing it now. Sun came up, it was the other day. Sun went down, you were blown away. Why'd you let go of your guitar? Why'd you ever let it go that far, drunken angel? Could've held on to that long smooth neck. Let your hands remember every thread. Fingers touching each shiny string. You let go of everything, drunken angel. Drunken angel. You're on the other side. Drunken angel. You're on the other side. Good fellows, good lasses, good ladies, ne'er-do-wells, miscreants, all of you. Good day to you, sir. Good day. Sir, a quick question. Might I inquire? Sir, carrying on. Good day. Sir, quick question. By chance, sir, if I might inquire, without being aggressive in any way. Sir, I was wondering, by chance, what were your qualifications? Well, no one's really asked me that before, but my qualifications. It's a rather clever question, isn't it? By asking it, you're implying that I have none. That's fantastic. Fantastic, Bob. Tell him what he's won. No, we haven't won anything. Sorry, it's not a game show. Sorry, go on. Oh, my qualifications. Yes. Qualifications. For what exactly? For hosting a channel called the AI Learning Lab. Oh, well, rather direct. Fantastic. I suppose next you'll ask me what part of England I'm from. Itchy nose! Scratchy face! Could be drugs, could be allergies. You never know! Good evening, good people of the TikTok. I started late, but I was going to start at 9, but I'm a little earlier than 9. I'm later than normal. So if you've been here before, you're like, oh, Kyle's doing that time thing again. If you haven't been here before, you're like, Alec Baldwin really let himself go. Sitting in this lonely town, wonder when things are gonna change. Dream my life away, seems these dreams have turned to a bunch of dust clouds. Get my nerve up, but my past is pulling me down. Wondering how long this black sheep gonna stick around. Somebody told me once before, he said you can never go home again. Won't you leave? Said a thing just to steer me away, yeah, from the truth of who I am and what I believe. So I thanked him for his 2 cents and a handshake and some sympathy, yeah. Packed up my blue jeans, headed for this big prize of my freedom. Bye-bye. I can hear your hair follicles regenerating. Oops, that's Champy singing. Black sheep, to the black sheep of the family. Bye-bye. Oh, that means so very much to me, yeah. Bye-bye, black sheep, to my friends and my family, yeah. Bye-bye. I rode off and set my soul, set it free. Free. Let us be lovers, we'll marry our fortunes together. I've got some real estate here in my bag, so we bought a pack of cigarettes and Mrs. Wagner's pie. So we've all come to look for a man, America. I don't know if you know that. You can make money with ChatGPT, but you need a gold button. These are not for sale. I had this one hand forged by Parker from Gold Rush. This is right out of the South Cut. This gold. You're like, Kyle, if that was gold, it would be a lot heavier than that. You're just tossing it around like it's a piece of plastic. You don't understand how strong I am. I'm ripped. It's like, if I'm not learning about AI, I'm in the gym pumping iron. You're like, but Kyle, what about that double, triple, some number of chins? That's muscle. I'm flexing. Like a frog. I'm like a frog ready to mate. Strength of a bull, the chin of a frog. The hair of a 1970s Sears carpet salesman. Oh yeah! Can I interest you in an heirloom? The people who just joined are like, what have I done with my life? Why am I here? Why am I still watching? What is this channel? Who is he? Did he get fired from Saturday Night Live? Why does he do bad voices? Who's the writer for this sketch comedy show? hang on. I gotta adjust something. Is he Ed Sheeran? He's just like, so you should watch the AI Learning Lab. He knows a little bit about AI, not really qualified, but that's not the point. He's a lot like Ed Sheeran. If Ed Sheeran were a little tubbier, old, not redheaded, and how do I put this politely? Without the talent, if you know what I mean. But it's just like that. He's just like Ed Sheeran. Like if you've ever seen Ed Sheeran in concert, that's what he's like with the guitar, but with no audience. Well, there's us, but like no one he can hear. He thinks that we're clapping. It's so funny. It's so funny. It's like I don't know why I watch it. No. Have I learned anything from the Learning Lab? Well, that's a fascinating question. Do I what? Am I an expert in AI now? No. How long have I been watching it? Well, for a year and a half. I've watched it every night for a year and a half. But I wouldn't say I learned things, but it's I canceled my Netflix subscription. All right. This is what is this? This is my favorite part of every weekday. Thank you, Rachel Sparkles. The sheer idiocy of it all. Oh, there's 80 people in here wondering, what in the hell have I gotten myself into? Here's the deal. You can't lose. Leave. Well, you can lose if you stay. You can't leave because with this channel, it's like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. Sometimes it's brilliance. Sometimes it's fucking madness. Most times it's fucking madness. Occasionally a dog will sing. You know what I think we might do today? I think I might guide you all to make a digital twin. If you've not made a digital twin of yourself, I've got thoughts. I've got ideas. And I've got a couple of digital twins. And I actually believe this, because I actually believe that us understanding how to manage our data to create a digital twin, to create multiple digital twins, is going to be a required skill in the next 5 years. And I think the people that get their heads around it first are going to be in good shape. You're like, but Kyle, what's a digital twin? Hey, Kyle. Hey, Kyle, what? What's a digital twin? So digital twins, they come out of the world of the simulation world, and they probably come out of other worlds. I think you could have it in a bunch of places. But a digital twin is not just something that looks like me and sounds like me. It can have those components. But the thing I think that is more interesting is, what data do you populate it with? Hey, Kyle. Hey, Kyle. What? What's a digital twin? And I was thinking, how could we do a digital twin project on here that's not boring as fuck? And I think I have it. I think I have it. 10,000 words swarm around my head, 10 million more in books written beneath my bed. And I wrote or read them all when searching in the swamps. Still can't find how to hold my hands. And I know you need me in the next room over. I am stuck in here all paralyzed. 4 months I got myself in ruts, too much time spinning mirrors framed in yellow walls. Ain't it like most people, I'm no different. Like to talk on things we don't know about. Ain't it like most people, I'm no different. Like to talk on things we don't know about. Da 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 da. Can I join, please? I need followers. I can mute myself and gift you. I don't know what that means. You think you're dealing with a TikTok professional here? Hey, Marge, someone says they wants to join us the channel. Hey, Marge, you watching the wheel? You watching the wheel? Yeah. Hey, someone says they wants to join, and then they follow on the TikTok. On the TikTok. What do I do? I don't know how to use the TikTok. Hey, is this thing on? Is it you put it on? It's like there's people. It says 69. 69, get it? It's 69 people. It's 69 people. What? Shut up. Okay, yeah, Marge. Sorry. Enjoy the wheel. She loves the wheel. She loves the wheel. Do you like the wheel? You watch the wheel? Does your digital twin have to have your same name? No. So here's the... Okay, so I asked before, what's a digital twin? I never answered it, did I? Welcome to Chat ADD. No, and this is where I think we could have some fun tonight. So, let me talk about what a digital twin is. Then I can talk about the ones I've built. And then I think we can go build some. And it's going to be fun. But you got to follow along. So go tell your friends. Go tell your friends we're going to be building digital twins on the AI Learning Lab tonight. Go! So in the world of simulations, a digital twin is a simulation of a physical world object. Like you could make a digital twin of this. That would be a 3D object. You could spin it around in space, and it would have like a button on it.
You can make money with ChatGPT.
And, if you spun it here, you'd find out there's a speaker, and there's a little place where you can turn it on and off, and there's these little footy things, right? So you could have a digital twin of an object. They can get quite sophisticated. My friend Richard Boyd has made simulations for years. He actually sold one of his companies to Lockheed Martin. He's like a fancy fella. And he once made a digital twin of a nuclear submarine for the Navy. Like, holy shit. Like the whole submarine with all the switches and dials and pressure gauges and pistons and ramrods and whatever the fuck a submarine has. Periscopes. Missiles. Tubes. Tubes within tubes within tubes. Catwalks. All of it. So I think that's the origin of the term. And then Richard also, when his father died about 5 or 6 years ago, it was before GPT-3 was out. I think he was using a different architecture altogether. It wasn't a transformer architecture. But he took all of his dad's writings and he made a digital twin. And what the digital twin would do is read news stories every day. And it read the news stories that his father would have read. And I don't remember if it commented on them or things like that. Like the technology's since gotten much more sophisticated. And so I've made a couple of throwaway ones now, but I have two right now that are interesting and valuable. Well, valuable to me. One is for a group I'm in called Content Evolution. It's a group of marketing professionals, and we decided we wanted to make digital twins of the people that were in the AI section of this group. And I lead that AI group. I'm the chief generative officer. There's my qualification. Jesus, I don't know what I breathed in there, but this might end early tonight. I am the world's, as far as I know, first chief generative officer. And so what we wanted, here's how this started. We initially, what the purpose of Content Evolution is, you've got this federation of marketing organizations that are loosely affiliated. Occasionally we'll market things together. But we meet on a regular basis, 1 or 2 times a week, to talk about stuff going on in the world and how they can help each other get business and things like that. And one of the challenges of an organization like that is, how do you discover who's in it? And if you come to Content Evolution with a problem, how would you know who's good to help you with your problem? And so we initially set out to create a directory, right? And how you would create a directory historically is you create a database, right? You create a CRM, a searchable CRM that's got, here are the sectors that Kyle works in, here are his expertise, here's the jobs he's had, here's the, here's a description of his well-coiffed hair or toupee, whatever the case may be. And and so that's how it started. And the data that we were going to use was LinkedIn. We were going to go scrape LinkedIn data and use that as the knowledge base for this digital twin. And there were a couple of things. One is, it's against the rules of LinkedIn to scrape data, but there are services out there that you can pay to scrape the data. And we had a friend that said, I pay for one of these services, I'll scrape some data for you. So he scraped some data. And before we even got to building this directory, we realized that LinkedIn is kind of shitty data. LinkedIn is like historical, and it's just the artifacts of jobs you've held. It doesn't necessarily talk about how you think, how you solve problems, what's your personality like, what's your worldview. When you fail, how do you respond to it, right? There's a lot of reasons why you would work with someone way beyond their resume. And then some people have written a lot of content on LinkedIn, and we were like, well, maybe the people that have written a lot of content, theirs will be better, and then everyone will have... And we just kind of like went soft on the idea. And then we hit upon something. We said, what if we design a questionnaire, like 20 questions, and we design it in such a way that it really captures the essence of who that person is. And so this group is full of world-class experts on things like question writing and, survey design and shit like that. So, of course, being an AI group, we went to ChatGPT and we said, here's what we're trying to accomplish, and we want to create this framework for these questions. And ChatGPT just knocked it out like that. And then we reorganized it, and we went through and we edited most of the questions, and we deleted some and added some, and I think we ended up with like 25 questions. And then the requirement is, every single person that wants a digital twin that's part of Content Evolution has to, a requirement, do a video interview where they get asked the questions by an interviewer and they answer them with their mouth parts, not writing. We had a couple of people write their answers, and if it's not obvious to you, how you write and how you talk are not the same English. You might write really formal and talk really loose. You might write really loose and talk really formal. You might have bad typing. But what we wanted, here was the big epiphany that we had. What if we had a digital twin that represented who that person was today, as of the day of the interview? So it wasn't just looking back at 30 years of their career, but it was like, here's what they're thinking right now today. And so that's what we did. And so that digital twin, its only data source currently is that interview. And I gotta tell you, they're fucking remarkable. Like we put all of the digital twins into a single GPT, and then we have each digital twin as a standalone GPT. So each person gets to use their GPT, and they're published. So if you look up CE profiles, I think, let me just make sure. If you go to ChatGPT, and you go explore GPTs, and you type in CE profile, it should pop up. Yeah, it pops up a whole list of them. And so you can go play with them. And then we put all of them into a single GPT. And we use that single GPT to write a weekly article on a particular topic. So Kevin, who runs Content Evolution, picks the topic. He's got a set of prompts that he uses to generate an article. And then it not only generates an article that we're going to post, it generates quotes from the 3 people within Content Evolution most qualified to answer that question or to speak on that topic. And then he checks with all of us if our name was pulled out of the GPT hat. And it's remarkable. Like I've probably been quoted in those articles 10 times, maybe 15 times. There was one time where what it answered was shitty and was not what I would say. So I just hand wrote that quote. But the others, it's what I would say and how I would say it. So to the question of, does your digital twin have to have your same name? No. And digital twin might not be the right term. It kind of works for now. But maybe you call it a persona, right? And so here's why I think that we're all going to have to deal with digital twins. When these tools get better, when we've got this voice synthesis that's got this emotional component to it that can also clone your voice, and we've got these tools have reasoning and these tools have agentic behavior where they can take action on your behalf, we are all likely going to have multiple agents that represent us. So I might have one that represents me to go find me a job. So it's the professional, gotta go get a job now, Kyle. Digital twin. Very professional, dressed nice, no t-shirts. Then I might have a digital twin that represents me socially. Like, goes and chats up my friends and says, hey, what are you doing this weekend? You want to do something? I'll go get us tickets. Well, that one is going to have a different kind of personality. It's going to have access to different information. I might also have a digital twin that negotiates on my behalf. This might be a good example of one where it doesn't have my name, right? It might be, good day, this is Buckminster McGuffin. Yes, I'm calling on behalf of one Kyle Shannon to work out this lack of reimbursement for his health insurance. Let me start by quoting, over the past 13 years, Kyle has paid in $622,000 to your esteemed organization, and I think we're shopping right now for other insurance, if you know what I mean. Anyway, let's go on. So, Buckminster, what was his last name? McGillicuddy? I don't know. Doesn't matter. That might be a digital twin that has access to my social security number, my health background, my name, my phone numbers, my mother's maiden name. So some of these digital twins or these personas are going to have very restricted information. And we, as people, are going to have to navigate all this data. Which twin gets access to which data? And which personality do I want it to have? And maybe even visually, do I want it to look different, right? Our digital twins right now for content evolution are not visual. They're just, they're text-based. But we're probably within 6 months of us being able to create a digital twin that you can effectively have a FaceTime call with. So, that's what they are. What you guys talking about here? What does this mean? How old do you have to be to join? Marge will tell Kyle to ask Champy. Oh, man. Blockchain could be used for digital twins. Yeah, exactly. But you still... So this is... Here's the thing. And this is where I think we could have some fun tonight. So we could design one of these. So I think what we'll do is we'll go to ChatGPT. We'll come up with a premise. And then instead of a 20-question interview, we'll just do 5 questions. And then I think I'll record it. And I'll transcribe it. And then we'll throw it into a GPT and talk to it. Yeah, I think we'll do that. Has anyone on here made a digital twin yet? Fun moment today. Asked to give a presentation. Use ChatGPT and Gamma.app. 60-minute talk. Last minute. Go AI. Nice. Oh! You put the shit together in, last minute. Yeah, AI is fucking amazing. Like, if you got to just throw some shit together, it's amazing. Cindy Kuhn's here. So Cindy Kuhn is my co-conspirator with a lot of this digital twin stuff. Cindy Kuhn has a ton of digital twins. She loves her digital twins. She uses her digital twins. Here's the deal with me. It's an ADD thing. I don't know what it is. I make the digital twins, love making them. I forget to use them. So I got to use them more. And that's the other thing that we stumbled upon in content evolution is the way we were thinking about them is we were thinking about them like, what are other people, why would someone else want to use my digital twin, right? I'm going to make this digital twin, I'm going to publish it, and then people can go talk to my digital twin and they can ask me questions. Well, why the fuck would anyone want to do that? Was one of our questions. And so we spent a lot of time thinking about how do we market our digital twins to drive demand for people to use our digital twins. And then we were like, hey, wait a minute. Are we using our digital twins? Why would we use our digital twins? Is it, like, are they even valuable? Are they useful? The answer is yes, by the way. But we completely shifted our focus from designing these things for other people to use to designing them for us to use so that we can learn how to use them and learn what it makes sense to use them on. Define what the hell a digital twin is, because I'm already unsure of exactly what it means. Well, digital twin is just think of it more like a persona pate of some set of data that I want represented digitally, but that is like me, and responds like me with my tone of voice. In fact, one of the pieces of feedback I got from my content evolution digital twin came from an irregular here that went and used my digital twin and said, "Hey Kyle, it doesn't say this.
You can make money with ChatGPT.
It didn't know what the term embrace the jank meant. Like, what's going on? It didn't swear. What's going on?" Well, the interview that I did for Content Evolution, I wasn't in this character. Like, believe it or not, I'm not this much of a smarmy douche in real life. Well, I kind of am, but that's not the point. This is an elevated, performative version of me. So I could take the transcripts of these lives, transcribe them, and throw them into a digital twin, and I could have a version of me that has this kind of shtick to it, which is going to be different than the other one. Okay, cool. So it's extra hand wavy, hard to actually define. Neat. I love those. Shut up. Shut up. Hey, what it is it's nothing more than a custom GPT, but the trick is the quality of the interview and the fact that we're recording the answers to that interview from a conversation rather than typing creates an entity that kind of has your personality more than if you just answered the questions factually. So it's got some factual stuff in it, but it captures some essence of who you are. And again, I think these things are going to be important. And listen, over the next 3 or 5 years, there's going to be all sorts of tools that automatically do this. Like Meta right now, you can do this in Instagram. You can make a custom GPT of yourself or of fictional characters that are kind of this. And those things actually go and look at the posts that you've posted on Instagram and Facebook for the past 20 years, and that becomes your personality. So these things are going to be everywhere. We're not going to necessarily know them, but I think the skill of understanding that you can make them and that you can manipulate your own data is really interesting. And the next evolution for the Content Evolution digital twins is creating a companion data set, which is like, here's all of my writing, right? Here's books I've written, here's articles I've written, here's, I don't know, whatever else shit that might go in there. So you've got sort of the personality version of you, and then you've got all the data, kind of a RAG kind of thing. So anyway, that's that. Everything I do, Pate, is hand wavy. In fact, you got that term from me, right? That in Storyvine, I'm the hand wavy guy. My co-founder is the person that keeps the trains running on time. Like, that's my nickname. The hand wavy guy. I know, Kyle, it ages me terribly. Yeah, you've been here way too much, Pate. For as much as you bitch, I can't believe you come back. I think Pate lives vicariously through my hand waving. Oh my God. All right. So let's go play. Cindy Kuhn, I might need your input here. How are we going to do this? All right. Because I could use an existing question set, but like, I don't want to use the Content Evolution one because that's proprietary. The other one that I have, the other digital twin that I have is with Cindy Kuhn, along with 7 other authors. We wrote a book called AI Futures, an Anthology, where each author wrote a chapter. And so we used the book as data for the GPT, and then we created a custom set of questions related to the book that also had some of this personal stuff in it. And so that GPT, you can ask it about the book, you can ask about the authors, you can ask what the author, like which author would be most qualified to talk about futures. Hello, Senator Kuhn. I don't know what my question is right now. So what I want to do is I want to show people how to build a digital twin, and start out with designing like a 5-question questionnaire. Like instead of a 20-question questionnaire, we'll do a short one because I want to actually do the whole process. Okay, so this is where you follow along. So go to ChatGPT or your large language model of choice. It doesn't matter. And so here's what we're going to do. I want you to act as a sociologist, anthropologist, and human behavior specialist, and help me design 5 survey questions that can capture the essence of who someone is, and how they solve problems. So we'll make a problem solver GPT. All right, let's see. Designing survey questions that capture essence and problem solving. When faced with a challenge, do you tend to rely more on logic and analysis, or intuition and instinct? Describe a situation where this approach has helped you. Purpose: to understand where the person leans more rational or intuitive. Okay, if you could use one of these resources to solve a complex problem, your experiences, advice from others, or data and research, which would you choose and why? Okay. How do you typically respond when you encounter a situation where there's no clear solution? That's a great question. Please describe your thought process. Describe a time when you had to collaborate with someone, and then imagine a time. Okay, so what's missing here is anything about the person themselves. So let's consolidate these 5 questions into 4, and then add 3 questions that are about the person. Just leave it at that. Cover your keys, please. Yes, ma'am, or sir. Don't know who said that. Dr. J, ma'am. There you go. Done. Sorry about that. Carry on. Carry on. Cheerio, pep, pep. So once you put all these in a ChatGPT, it remembers for future work. Yeah, so what we're going to do, Lori, is we're going to get the questions right. And then I'm going to actually do a recording. I'm going to do a video recording of me answering these questions. I'm going to then take that recording and I'm going to run it through a transcriber. I'm actually going to run it through this thing I built for Storyvine called the Authenticity Engine, which will take that transcript, it'll transcribe it, but it'll also break it into narrative chunks, which is kind of interesting. And then we'll take that transcript of me answering these questions and that becomes the knowledge base for a custom GPT. And then once that custom GPT is written with this as a knowledge base, then yeah, it's persistent. So and this is where these things become super powerful, because the other way you could write this questionnaire is you could say, I want to write a set of questions that really capture my personality and tone of voice and sense of humor. And it would give you a whole different set of questions, and then you could answer those. So how you design this questionnaire, you don't need to know how to write interview questions. ChatGPT is really fucking good at it. It knows all the questions, right? It's read all the books on survey design and anthropology and sociology and psychology. It knows all this shit. So you can basically just say, I wanna have a set of questions that when I have an interview at the end of them, if someone answers these questions in an interview, I will understand X about them. And so let's see what we came up with. Okay, when confronted with a challenge, do you tend to rely more on logic or intuition? If you could use only one of these, which would you choose? How do you handle situations with no clear solution? Recall a time when you worked with someone who had a different perspective of approach. What are 3 core values that guide your life decisions, and how did you come to prioritize them? If you could change one thing about yourself, what would it be and why? Describe a moment in your life that shaped who you are today. I like the describing a moment in my life that significantly shaped me, but delete those other 2 questions about the person, and let's just make some dog tags question sets. For example, name, education, and work background, period. All right, that's good. Great. Can you order these now? Dog tags first. The 4 problem-solving questions, and then the last question should be moment in your life. Okay, if you're new here, if you don't know what the hell I'm doing, that's okay. So what I'm doing is I'm designing a set of interview questions to interview myself. Damn it, that thing drives me fucking crazy. So if this were a classroom, I would have been kicked out months ago. I love having you in here, Pate. You gotta have someone in here that's like, no, that's fucking wrong, dum-dum. That's important, because otherwise it just turns into, oh, Kyle says everything right. He's the best. He's dreamy. No. You got to have a Pate in here stirring the shit up. Like if we were writing a sitcom, Pate, you're a required character in the sitcom. You know that, right? He just disagrees with everything. But okay, what's your name, background, when confronted with a challenge? Okay, so now I've got these questions. So there's dog tags questions, problem-solving questions, and personal reflection. What this is going to allow us to do is create a GPT that's Kyle-specific, but is a problem-solving GPT. And basically, I'll be able to ask it, hey, we've got a problem here. How would you approach solving this problem? And it'll likely do it pretty well. If I'm doing this, if there's things I should change, Cindy, let me know now. Speak now or forever hold your peace. But I think this is pretty decent. This is kind of this is a highly condensed version of what we did in Content Evolution. This took us about 3 or 4 weeks to design the questionnaire. And then it was like another, month or 2 to do all the interviews. We had to interview a ton of people. You're doing a good demo. Okay, great. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. I'm going to go into QuickTime. So if you're on a Mac, go to QuickTime. If you're on a PC, I don't know what the fuck you do, you weirdos. What are you doing with your life? So I'm going to do new audio recording. So on a PC, do record your audio shit. You know what we'll do? Let's move this here. Can I loop this video? I can, can't I? I'm going to loop this. All right, that's good. This is going to totally fuck me up, which is okay. We'll put that right there. Let's see. No, we'll put it at his feet. Yeah, that's good. It's gonna make you all seasick. I like it. I like it a lot. Okay, wait. Let me make this a little smaller. If you're wondering what that image is, it is. The fuck did I make this for? The animation's called "Man Emerging from the Latent Space." All right, let's see. I'll get that there. Get rid of that. Okay, I can do this. Okay, this works. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read the question, then I'll answer the question, and I'm just going to do all these in a row. And here's the secret. It honestly doesn't fucking matter if you mess up, if you go back, if you're like, oh, well, strike that. You know what I really meant to say? Where can I get that? What, this animation? I don't know. I guess I could post it somewhere. I think I did post it. I posted this on Twitter. So if you go to my Twitter account, @Kyle Shannon, it's on there. And I can post it to the... Here, you want me to post it on the thing? What is it? Hang on. Welcome to Chat ADD. We'll jump over to the AI Salon. We'll put it in irregulars since Mr. IT wants it. All right, here we go. Boom. Boom. Is this it? No. JPEG, PNG, MP4. There it is. All right. Open. Video processing will finish soon. So I'll say, man emerging from the latent space. How I created that video was I created a start for... I had ChatGPT come up with start and end frames for representing the latent space. And then the second one like had a man in it. So I had a start and an end frame, and then I used Luma Labs Dream Machine to do the video. So there you go. That's there. All right. Back to ChatGPT. I'm looking for a man in finance. Trust fund, 6'5", blue eyes. Blue eyes. Where's ChatGPT? Why does he have so many tabs open? Isn't that going to cause memory issues on his computer? La da 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 da. Okay. One day, they will let you name files what you want so you can find them easier. Text not there yet. Like I said, Pate, my file management strategy is save everything to the desktop with nondescript names. It's the only way to do it. Because if you have ADD, then you're a hero if you find the files again. And if you can't find the files, you're just like, well, the world sucks. You can just blame the world for all of your problems. Okay, so this is going to make me seasick trying to record these things and watch that thing, but that's all right. It's going to make you seasick too. All right. Windows Recall would have provided that. Okay. Resting my eyes. Okay, so here I'm gonna do my best to answer these. Kyle tabbing through the latent space. Okay, here we go. So I'm gonna hit record, and then I'm just gonna read and answer these questions as if it doesn't matter. What is your name, and can you provide a brief overview of your education and work background? My name is Kyle Shannon. I have a degree in acting from Penn State. I moved to New York City out of school, started and ran a theater company, wrote 7 feature-length screenplays, started a fake management company because I didn't have an agent to represent me as a screenwriter. I supported myself as an artist doing desktop publishing back in the early days of desktop publishing with Quark Express and things like that. Then in 1994, I created one of the first online magazines called Urban Desires, and I co-founded agency.com, which was one of the early digital agencies, and ended up growing that really quickly and building a lot of early websites for the Fortune 500, and ended up selling that to Omnicom in 2002. And then I did a couple of startups that were interesting intellectually, but not financially. and then when YouTube came out in 2005, I had an idea about short form video storytelling and creating a system that could automate making videos like that. And that led to me founding Storyvine, which is my current company, in 2012. And Storyvine now is an automated video storytelling platform that serves pharma companies and healthcare companies. And about 2 years ago, I got really into AI and created the AI Learning Lab on TikTok, the Salon, which is an AI salon, a community of AI optimists, and I've built a lot of AI projects and even written some books. When confronted with a challenge, do you tend to rely more on logic and analysis or intuition and instinct? Can you describe a time when this approach has helped or hindered? When confronted with a challenge, I definitely rely on intuition and instinct. I have a good logical mind, but I tend to make decisions instinctually. A situation where this approach has hindered or helped. When I was Chief People Officer of agency.com, we had just promised our Vail, Colorado office that we wouldn't close them. And they had a $20 million customer drop from $20 million to $100,000. And we had to make the choice between closing that office or laying off 10% of the company. And my instinct immediately told me that we had to close that office. But that was one of the hardest decisions that we've ever had to make, or I've ever had to make, because it was personally devastating. If you could use only one of these to solve complex problem, your experience, the advice of others, or data and research, which would you choose and why? I would choose my experience because the advice of others is outside of me, and I don't really understand why they think the way they think. Data and research is not my jam, and my experiences. I've been on the planet for a while, so my experiences, I've got a lot of them. So that's how I would choose it. How do you handle a situation where there's no clear solution? Describe your approach and any specific strategies you use to navigate ambiguity. You truly become a CEO when you're forced to make a decision where there's no clear answer or there's no good answer. And the only way you can really make a decision like that is to have underlying principles where you understand why you're making the decision you're making first. And then based on why you're making that decision, you make it and don't question it. So in the example of having to close the office or lay off 10% of the staff, you have to look at what is the least disruptive choice to the company overall. And laying off 10% of the staff globally for an office that was hard to get to and had all of their revenue concentrated in essentially a single client, actually made it pretty clear. What we communicated, we didn't try to justify that it was the right decision or not. What we communicated was the criteria we used to make it. And then we said, you may agree or disagree with the choice we made, but at least you understand our thinking. Recall a time when you worked with someone who had a different perspective or approach. How did you handle the differences, and what did you learn from the experience? So I have this live show I do on TikTok called the AI Learning Lab, and there's this one guy in there named Pate, and whenever I say anything, he contradicts me and tells me I'm a dum-dum. And and first of all, some people think that he's offensive. I think he's really funny. Oh, a new version of ChatGPT is ready to install. That's exciting. And what I've learned is that having people in the room that have very different worldviews is actually quite important. Because if not, you end up being in an echo chamber, and there's no one there to question decisions you make and hold you to account. And one of the great lessons I've learned in my life is that every major problem that I've had, both personally and professionally, when I went back and analyzed it, could have been prevented had one person in the room asked what was an obvious, stupid question. So be afraid, be willing to ask the stupid question, and have people in the room that are willing to question things will absolutely save your butt every time. And plus, he's funny. Describe a moment or an event in your life that significantly shaped who you are today. At the end of the summer, after I graduated college, I had a full scholarship to go to the Alabama Shakespeare Festival, which sounds like an oxymoron, but the Alabama Shakespeare Festival is actually a really prestigious thing. I had a full scholarship there, and I got offered an equity acting job in Washington, D.C., 2 weeks before I was supposed to show up at the Alabama Shakespeare Festival to start my MFA program. So I made the decision to take that job in Washington, D.C. and move to New York City and say, fuck it, and start my life as a professional actor. And that changed everything. That put me in the center of the beast when I wanted to do all the stuff I wanted to do. And it was the best decision of my life. The guy from Alabama was pretty pissed, but he actually said something to the equivalent of, "You're never going to work in this town again." I'm like, it's Alabama, dude. All right. So there's my interview. Done. However long that was. 8 minutes. That felt like it was a fucking hour. Alabama Shakes. Yes, exactly. Okay. I don't think I know what we're supposed to do with these recordings. Did I miss something? I'll tell you. We're about to do it right now. So here's what we're gonna do. Hang on. Let's install and relaunch. There's a new version of ChatGPT. Maybe we get GPT voice, the new voice. Are you the new voice or the old voice?
I'm the same assistant, but I've had some updates.
Interrupt you.
You could say I'm the
Can I interrupt you?
With a bit more polish.
Can I interrupt you?
What's on your mind today?
No. You're old. Go away. Quit. Okay. Okay,
Hey,
so now
I get it. Sometimes you just want something fresh.
Yeah.
But I'm here to help if you need anything.
Yeah, thanks.
Or want to chat.
No, you're good. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to save this file. So I just made a recording. So what we're doing here, if you're new here, if you stumbled into this and you're like,
anything while you're saving
oh
that
my
file
God, could
or
you
anything
shut
else,
up?
Just let me know.
Shut up. Shut up. Where are you? How do I make you go away?
Got it. I'll keep quiet.
I don't know where she is. ChatGPT.
I'm here if you need to talk
Close.
or figure things out. Let me know if there's anything I can do to help.
Why will she not quit? Why will she not quit?
It sounds like you're feeling frustrated.
Yeah.
If you want to talk about what's going on or need any help, I'm
Yeah.
here for you.
It's okay. We need some help figuring out how to force quit you. Why is she still there?
No worries. If you want to stop our chat, you can simply close the app or browser window or use the stop or end chat option if available. Take care.
Yeah, I can't. That's the problem. I can't shut you down.
That sounds frustrating. If you're having trouble
Shut
closing
up!
or exiting, try restarting the device or checking your task manager or system settings to force close the app. If you're using a specific program or device,
Oh my
I
god.
can help guide you through the steps to close it. Just let me know.
I can't. Okay. You know what I'm doing? Okay, I'm just gonna mute the machine. This is so fucking frustrating. Okay. Good lord. I'm breaking into it. It's tab 97, Kyle. Shut up! I like my tabs. I'm sure she's in the background still talking. Is she there?
Sound
Yep.
really frustrating, right?
Yeah, it's really frustrating, you turd. Okay, let's go back to this thing. So we're going to save this file. So we'll go save. So this is my little interview. So we're going to save it to the desktop. So we'll say Kyle, problem solving interview. Okay. If you need to create a transcript of an audio file, you can use the whisper tool in the ChatGPT backend. You can use Descript. You can use I don't know where all the tools are. I'm going to use a tool that I actually built for Storyvine. But basically, hey Kyle, what's got you down? You mad? You seem mad. Shut up. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to hop over to this is a tool that I built for my company Storyvine called the Authenticity Engine. And I'm going to upload a piece of media, which is this audio file. All right. It's doing its thing. Apparently my bandwidth sucks. Did that just hang? Did you just hang, you motherfucker? I think it just hung. All right. This is not happy with that file format, maybe? Let me go change the file format. So let's go up here. We'll go export as audio only. No, that's the same. Let's see. I gotta convert something to MP3. Oh my God, everything's a fucking problem. M4A to MP3. M4A to MP3 converter, cloud convert. And then all these are just going to be stupid fucking sales funnels. Is this going to work? Audio codec MP3. I don't want to trim it. Select file. Convert. If this thing gives me a sales funnel file, I'm going to be not happy. All right. Yeah, that's definitely hung. I know I've uploaded M4As to that before, so something's weird. Convertio.com. Thank you, Vicky. If this ends up being a bullshit site, I will go to convertio.com. Vicky, what is this? Kyle, need the help. Download. Oh.
File. Select MP3 as the output format and click Convert.
She's still talking.
Once it's done, you can download the MP3.
Shut up. Shut up, woman. Oh my God. This is so bad. I'm gonna have to restart my fucking machine. Because I think it's running as like a menu bar app. It's not running as an app. And I've got little menu items up here that say ChatGPT, but it doesn't let me quit it. Voice isolation standard. Oh, there we go. I think I got it. Hello? Are you there? All right. I think I got it. Jesus. Okay. All right. Let's go back to our transcript machine and upload an MP3 and see if that's any better. No, something is fucked up with my tool. Ah, damn it. All right. So I don't know what's going on there. Oh, you know what it could be? I'm going to have to quit Chrome. It could be. Shut up. It could be. But Kyle, this is so real. Thank you for showing us how to keep our sense of humor while they bark. Does it take audio recordings? Yeah, it does. I think my 97 tabs caused it issues. Let's try. We're gonna try restarting Chrome. Maybe all those tabs. Shut up. Those tabs make me happy. Okay. Okay, POC. Never a dull moment here in the wherever the hell we are. Yeah. All right. Upload media. That looks better. There we go.
What is your name, and can you provide a brief overview of your education?
So now what you're looking at here is the fact that I successfully troubleshot my issue. I had memory overflow issues in the Chrome browser, exacerbated by an excessive number of tabs kept open because I have ADD and that's the only way I can exist in life. Anyway, restarting the browser seems to have solved the problem. Glad I could be of assistance.
You can make money with ChatGPT.
All right, fantastic. All right, so what this thing's doing says our gnomes are hard at work. So the first thing it's doing is it's generating a transcript. That transcript is going to become the knowledge for a GPT we're about to build. All right? Wait, you're quitting Chrome after silencing ChatGPT? Here's the problem, Janu. It wasn't the ChatGPT web app that was talking. It was the ChatGPT Mac app that was talking. But the Mac app runs as sort of a browser bar fucking something. I don't know. Whatever. But anyway, so let me show you what's cool about the authenticity engine here. So once it creates a transcript, it generates the transcript, right? And so there's everything I just said with timestamps of when I said it. And then what it does, what the system does is generates a title of the video or audio, in this case, Kyle's storytelling journey. And then it gives a description. It says key messages. So Kyle believes the value of diverse perspectives to avoid echo chambers and considers humor an asset when challenging assumptions. In leadership, he stresses the importance of making decisions, right? So this is a a large language model is doing all the processing of the thing, and then it breaks the content into narrative chapters. So it says introduction and career journey, decision-making approach, problem-solving preferences, navigating ambiguity, dealing with different perspectives, and a defining life event, right? So those are the questions that I asked, but it figured that out from the transcript. And then I can flip into a content generation tab, and it'll write a blog post about this. Actually, let's do that. Let's see what the blog post it writes. The Art of Intuition and Experience, Kyle Shannon's Journey Through Creativity and Innovation. Nice. So it's generating a blog post. It's generating Instagram posts, hashtags, storytelling, innovation, entrepreneurship, startups, digital media. And then it's even grabbing pull quotes of interesting things I said in the interview. Those are long pull quotes. So I have this live show I do on TikTok called the AI Learning Lab, and there's this one guy in there named Pate, or Paid, as it says. And whenever I say anything, he contradicts me and tells me I'm a dum-dum. And first of all, some people think he's offensive, and I think he's really funny. I'm glad I pulled out that quote. That's pretty good. So this is the authenticity engine. So let's see. In a world that often prioritizes logic and analysis, Kyle Shannon stands out as a testament to the power of intuition and experience. With a background in as eclectic as it is impressive, Shannon's journey from the stage to the forefront of digital innovation offers a unique perspective, blah, blah, blah. That's cool. Shannon's roots are firmly planted in the arts with a degree in acting from Penn State. He recalls... Fix this bug, TikTok. It's just a stupid fucking bug. You can fix that. He recalls, I moved to New York City out of school and started in Rana Theater Company. Oh, in Rana. I started and ran a theater company. So anyway, got that wrong. But anyway, there you go. That's that. But the good news here is we have a transcript. So I'm going to go grab my transcript. I'm just going to copy and paste it. Oops. Boom. Okay. I'm going to go copy. I'm going to hop over here and go paste. So there's my big ass transcript, and then I'm going to go save as, export. Let's see, export as PDF. There we go. So I'm going to KS problem solving transcript. All right, you all following along? Let me pause for a minute before we go build a GPT out of this bad boy. And let me see if you have any questions. So to recall what we're doing, we're building a digital twin. How we're building a digital twin is we're creating a questionnaire. We're then recording the answers to that questionnaire in audio because we want to get the way I talk rather than the way I type. The questions that we created were ones that this particular set is around problem solving. So we're going to make a problem solving Kyle Shannon flavored custom GPT. Could you demo this with more accessible tools? I could, except I don't know which ones they are. Vicky, does anyone in here know a good free audio transcription tool? Because the toughest thing to do is get the transcript. Any other questions? Could you demo? Hello. If on Mac app, click in the upper menu. Storyvine is awesome. Thank you, Cosmic Lover. Okay, TKS. I logged out, nothing. I heard the French acronym for ADHD is TADA. Oh, 11 Labs will do transcripts? Yeah, that's good. Okay, so 11 Labs. There you go. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to hop over to ChatGPT. And in the upper right-hand corner, no, over here we're going to say Explore GPTs. And in the upper right-hand corner now we're going to say Create. So we're going to create a new GPT. And rather than start in the Configure tab, I'm just going to go to Create, and we're just going to speak this thing into existence. So I'm going to upload the transcript of the interview that I just did. If I can find it. There we go. And it's got time code in it. It's got me reading the questions in it. At some point I said, ooh, there's a new version of ChatGPT. You don't need to be anal retentive about this stuff because ChatGPT is going to synthesize it and kind of do its own thing with it anyway. And it's not always going to get it right. So know that when you do this, this is more like art than science. And you should think of it like that. In fact, in Content Evolution, we had a couple of guys in there because, listen, we know how computers work, right? Historically, if you're going to build a tool that's based on a data set, you got to make sure that your data's clean. You got to make sure that your data's good. Because if it's not, what the system will spit out is garbage, right? Or if you got a sentence slightly wrong and you want to go in and wordsmith it because the system's going to spit out exactly what you wrote, you don't need to do that here. And in fact, if you do that here, it's kind of a waste of time. The people in Content Evolution that really got anal retentive about, I've got to go in and edit my transcript and make sure it's perfect, did not handle it well when ChatGPT hallucinated. They're like, well, why doesn't it not say exactly what I said here? I'm like, because that's how they fucking work. You big dum-dum? Took a book out of Pate's playbook. Called him a dum-dum. Okay. So we're going to upload the transcript. Boom. And then we're going to tell it what we want it to do. You are a digital twin of Kyle Shannon, and the uploaded file is a transcript which talks a little bit about who Kyle is, but more importantly, it talks about how Kyle solves problems, period. This GPT should be a problem-solving GPT that uses the uploaded transcript as the primary source for both tone of response and approach to problem solving, period. Kyle's digital twin should respond in the first person as if you are talking to him directly, period. Finally, the first response should let the user know that this is Kyle's digital twin and not him really responding, and provide a caveat, period. Boom. Let's see. Boom. Why is this not going? There we go. Updating GPT. So we're making a GPT now. I've set up the GPT to act as the digital twin of Kyle Shannon. So how would you approach a challenging problem? Can you help me brainstorm ideas for a new project? Let's do that one. Absolutely. AI and content creation. Idea, build a platform. Why not? Wait. Oh, see, this is one of the things that always screws me up with these GPTs. It writes it writes the questions that make sense when you read them, but when you submit that question to the GPT thinks you're asking it that question, right? So it's just giving you an answer rather than acting as the person. It doesn't matter. We'll fix it. Okay, next let's choose a name. Kyle Shannon's digital twin. Let's call it Problem Solver Kyle. Been getting a lot of sales bots AI ads. Does anyone research into the ones that don't suck? Not yet. They're all going to suck right now. Would you like to refine anything else? How to handle ambiguity, experience versus data? No. Okay. So I'm going to go to configure. I'm going to go change these questions. I'm going to say, how would you approach? I'm going to get rid of all these question starters. And I'm just going to say, I have a problem. Can you help? And then I'm going to copy this. And in my, so here's my prompt. And I'm going to say, oops. Follow these rules. When user asks, what the fuck? When user asks, quote, paste, I have a problem, can you help? Respond absolutely, exclamation point. Let's get started. And then ask a series of clarifying questions about the problem. And once you understand it, help the person solve the problem as only you know how. Okay, and then we got to make a picture. Use DALL-E. Okay, look, problem solver Kyle. Look at me. It's genius. I have a problem. Can you help? Absolutely. Let's get started. Tell me a bit more about your problem. Great. You're thinking about project advice. Let's get some clarity. What's the core idea? Oh, let's see. Okay. Follow the other questions. So we're going to say, when do you, okay. Something is wonky with this interface. Only, what is going on? Fucking web applications suck. Use your Christopher Biggins image. Who's Christopher Biggins? Which one's Christopher Biggins? I forget that one. Wait, okay. Only ever ask one question at a time. ask the next question only if you are satisfied with the answer to the first. You should interview the user one question at a time. I wrote that as a positive, not as a negative. Like the negative would be, don't ask a bunch of questions in a row. The positive is only ask one question at a time. It may or may not work, but it's one of the frustrations I have with these things. Anyway, let's go up here. We're going to reload this. I have a problem. Can you help? What? This interface is a fucking trash heap. All right, let's create this thing because I can't, this whatever's going on in this interface, it sucks. So I'm going to launch this to the GPT store. So you should wait for it. You should be able to search for Problem Solver Kyle. And you can go use this thing. What? Oh, this is... Oh, okay. I know what I did. Crazy. Okay. I have a problem. Can you help? To help effectively, I need to understand more about the problem you're facing. Could you provide me with some details or the specific issues? Let's see. I have a TikTok channel, and one of the guys that shows up all the time is a curmudgeon and always contradicts me no matter what I say. Got it. Sounds like you have a regular critic on your TikTok channel who consistently contradicts you. That can be frustrating, but can also be an opportunity to learn. Let me ask you this. Is the person's feedback disruptive to the overall community vibe, or do you think there's a way to use their presence constructively? He's actually kind of funny. What should I do? If he's funny and not crossing any lines, you can turn it into your advantage. Here's what I'd suggest. Lean into it. That's a phrase that I would use. Engage directly. That's something I would do. Encourage constructive criticism. Highlight diversity of thought. Use humor as a shield, right? So this kind of gets who I am and my worldview through that little silly thing. So, Pate's gone. Oh, dang it. Well, that was fun. Okay. So, if you want to go use Problem Solver Kyle, you can. I didn't put anything in there about don't jailbreak me. So if you want to jailbreak it and pull the shit out of there, you can. Is everything good there? I think everything's good. That's how you make a digital twin. So again, a digital twin is you're taking some piece of data of yourself, ideally something conversational, like talking. How you write and how you talk are different. So if you want something that captures your tone of voice, record answers to the questions. So we went to ChatGPT first. We had ChatGPT help us design an interview set of questions. I just did 6 here. It took me about 8 minutes to record the answers, and I was kind of just doing it quick, but that you can do it quick like this. The other thing you can do with these things, you could just hit the record button and start talking. Like if you're a rambler, you just ramble. But what I like about doing the questions is you can have ChatGPT help you structure your thinking. And then just go answer the questions. And you heard there was that one question where I had that really long pause. None of that matters. It'll just get the words and it'll eat the words. So then we took that audio recording of me answering those questions, transcribed it into a text document, saved it as a PDF. That PDF becomes the data source for a custom GPT. And then basically you tell the custom GPT, here's how I want you to behave. And I want you to use this transcript as your source of knowledge. And that's basically it. Now, it can get a lot more sophisticated than that. You can add other data sources, things you've written, spreadsheets, I don't know. Whatever the fuck. But a fun exercise, like if you want to do the evolved version of this, create 2 different digital twins. Let's jailbreak Kyle. Create 2 different digital twins. Create one that is like a serious business profile GPT. And create another one that's a zany, jokey GPT. And maybe it's not even you. Maybe you give it a fake name or something like that. I asked you how you can make money with ChatGPT and share it in irregulars. Okay, that's good. Let's see what did I come up with. How bad is it? I didn't have any of that data in there, so it probably didn't get that right. AI salon. There we go. AI irregulars. How can I make money with ChatGPT? Here's what Kyle Shannon said. All right, what did I say? This is funny. Making money with ChatGPT could be approached in several ways. Freelance writing and content creation, social media management, create a chatbot or a business, AI consulting, monetize. Yeah, see, I didn't give it enough information. It doesn't know my point of view on ChatGPT because it's not in the data set. But that's a really good, Danielle, you actually bring up a really good point where if you don't give it explicit, if there's something missing from your recording, it will be missing from your digital twin. This is why to do these. Like, learn to do these. Because some of these are going to be foisted upon us, and they're going to go, oh, you can modify your avatar. They're going to call them avatars, personas. They might call them digital twins, but whatever. They're going to be a thing, an entity that represents you. You should be in control of that. So that's what I tried to do tonight, was give you a little bit of tool set to be able to deal with that. All right? Could you add your YouTube videos to the data set? I could add the transcripts of them, yes. There's 800 hours of them. I don't know what the file size limit is. Like 2.5, 3 hour transcripts from these things are quite big. Like if I pasted them all into a single document, it might not take it. And ChatGPT has a 20 file limit for number of files you can upload. So, but I could pick 20 random transcripts from my YouTube channel and just upload those. Yeah, that could absolutely. I could create a GPT out of transcripts from these lives. Absolutely. And so long as I capture, if I did it decently smart, like Lord Digital Gods. Oh, I got to show you something Lord Digital Gods made. I don't know if he's on here, but he's been helping me add chapters and descriptions to all the things. So I could probably go in and search for some where I know I talked about good topics or something like that. But yeah, I could do that. Let me show you something Lord Digital Gods made. It's fucking hilarious. Those of you who are Champ fans will dig this.
It's Champ the singing dog, and she's loving Bob all along. When Kyle starts to play and sing, Champ lets out a howl like a king. Champ is a boss on the street, on Kyle's walk and talk, or on a salon meet and greet. He's Champs, the singing dog. As the TikTok crowd wanders in, Kyle and Champ begin to sing. Street standards go up, they want that musical pup. They want Champs, the singing dog.
Ooh. You want to sing? This is about you. You want to sing? Oh.
It's Champ, the singing dog, that she's loving all along.
Sing. Oh.
When Kyle starts to play and sing, Champ lets out a howl like a king. Champ is a boss on the street, on Kyle's walk and talk, or on a salon meet and greet. He's Champ's the singing dog. As the TikTok crowd wanders in, Kyle and Champ begin to sing. See attendance go up, they want that musical pop. They want Champ, the singing dog. They want Champ, the singing dog.
Yeah. Brandy asked the question, have I ever used Perplexity? I love Perplexity. In fact, let's go look at Perplexity because they just added something 2 days ago that I learned about tonight at a salon meeting. So we had a really good salon meeting tonight. Rick McCauley, who's the senior professor of graphic design at Broward University in Fort Lauderdale, and he gave a really impressive talk on just like this scads and scads of work that he's working on using AI. Just fucking fully embracing it, going like diving headlong into this shit. It was really impressive. But I did learn Perplexity 2 days ago added some cool shit. So I can now, what I don't know is how to change my models, but that's okay. Say, make me an image of a 70s muscle car resto mod in an abandoned factory with sunlight streaming through the broken windows at magic hour. And it didn't do what I wanted it to do. Answer, what the fuck is that? I guess it made some sort of programming thing that, I guess the red thing's the car. Perplexity's supposed to now have image generation in it. Maybe I didn't get access to it yet. Plus collection, home, focus, attach. I must not have access to it yet. Someone was showing tonight that you can actually switch to different models in Perplexity. Kyle Shannon, settings. AI model. So here we're using, right now it's using Claude 3.5 Sonnet. Image generation model. Yeah, here it is. New image generation model. How do I generate an image? Home. Let's say, can you generate an image for me? I do not have the capability to generate images. Search image. Generate image. Here. Generate image. Photograph. I want to put my prompt in. I don't just want an attractive woman. Could you people with your fucking image generation things stop generating hot chicks all the time, please? Even though the internet was mostly horny men that all they wanted was pictures of hot chicks and that's your training set. Could you fix that, please? Good God. Custom prompt. Okay, here we go. I'm exhausted. Style. Let's see. Style will be a photograph. And then we'll do magazine quality photograph of a 70s resto mod in an abandoned factory with sunlight streaming through the windows. Please fucking work. Yay! Oh, it doesn't know what a 70s. Did I just say resto mod, or did I say that's not a 70s resto mod. that's like a 1959 Russian coupe. Anyway, yes, I like Perplexity a lot. Apparently how they've implemented image generation is fucking weird. But if you don't know about Perplexity pages, under the library section, click the plus button and then say you want to create a page. And it will generate an article for you, like instantly, and you can just keep adding to it. So I can go in here and I can go, history of resto mods. So resto mod evolution timeline. And then, okay, Singer vehicle designs impact, electromod trend emergence, restomod investment potential. I'm going to add a section. Why is the 69 GTO Judge the best car in the history of cars? Period. And why does anyone think that this isn't true? A big dum-dum? Question mark. Let's see how it rewrites that headline. 69 GTO Judge Legacy. Add media. So there's my 69 Judge. We can go change that. We can add in different. Let's see. That's the one. This is the one everyone knows. So that's the one we're going to put in there. And then we're going to add media to this little section. And then we're going to add media to this little section. Nice. We're going to add media to this little section. We're going to change this out because that's stupid. We'll throw a nice Mustang. What's that, a 67? A little 67 fastback action? Come on! Can't go wrong with that. Or is that a 69? I think that's 67. 69? I don't know. Doesn't fucking matter. And now I can publish this. Boom! Published. Done. So, and every one of these little paragraphs that it writes has sources. So yes, I love Perplexity. I gotta go now. It's late. It's late, people. When we actually build shit here, it takes time to build shit. So, I hope that was helpful. So Perplexity can interpret universal slang when we want to research. Insane. Yeah, it's... if you haven't... So one of the reasons that we talk about in the salon, one of the reasons we talk about play first, play with these tools. One of the reasons I say stupid shit to large language models is I'm a dum-dum and I like to just fuck around and it's kind of entertaining for the channel. You also get to learn how good these models are at understanding even ridiculous things that you give them. Like, they're really good at this stuff. So yeah, they're quite good at interpreting all this stuff. I use legal speak, I use daily, and it figures it out. Yep. It helps me at least once a day. Yep, absolutely. The only thing, Brandy, about Perplexity that you need to, Danielle, you're welcome. The only thing you need to be careful with Perplexity is it will generate citations that don't exist. So check all of your citations. It hallucinates citations, even though it prides itself on providing relevant citations. I tried, so I've got a book that I'm working on right now. We're just about to publish it, called Collective Intelligence in the Age of AI. And I was trying to get pull quotes for the chapters. And it kept quoting. So what I would do is I would paste in a chapter, and then I would say, go out on the internet and find me quotes that support what's in the chapter. It kept creating citations of the chapter. So it basically said, Kyle Shannon and Kevin Clark are the authors, and here's a quote. And you should put this quote right after the paragraph that had that quote in it. So you got to be careful with the citations in Perplexity. But they need to dial that in, but it's quite a useful tool. All right, I had it sell me as a candidate for a job, and it was good. Yeah, doing this for jobs, doing really personalized job cover letters and things like that. These large language models are great at that stuff. Okay, so a couple of things. If you're new here and you are not part of a community of AI optimists that approach using AI with curiosity and playfulness and generosity and bravery, just willing to go in there and fuck around with stuff, that's what this community is, the Salon. So you go to the salon.ai, that's our webpage, click on Join the Community. It doesn't cost anything. There's kind of a 6-step onboarding process. You don't have to do any of it, but if you don't, you're kind of wasting your time. You go in there, read about what we're about, introduce yourself, check out our values, look at past meetings. We had one tonight. That'll be up in the next day or two. We have, recordings that go all the way back to the week after ChatGPT launched. This group was founded the week after ChatGPT launched because I knew that was a big fucking deal. And I'm like, holy shit, people got to be able to talk about this. So that's when I started this channel, and that's when I started that thing. So go to that. All right, follow my channel. If you're new here, do you notice that there's a bunch of people in here that seem like they know what's going on? And they're like making inside jokes, and they're helping other people out? We call those people irregular. Why? Well, some of them are older, and they probably have continence issues, but that's beside the point. When I started doing these lives, these weirdos just kept showing up night after night after night. And some of the people that you see posting here tonight have been here for like 18 months, like the length of the channel. And so one night I said, you all are weirdos. Like, what are you doing? Serena said, Emilio's wife said, we're not weird, we're irregular. So they're the irregulars. So how do you become an irregular? You just fucking show up here. Why do they show up here? Great fucking question. What I've come to learn is that it's not about me, it's about this space, it's about this community. That as I'm rambling on and dithering and doing whatever the hell I'm doing, this spending time here creates space where you can be mentally in the conversation about, how am I thinking about AI? What am I doing? Oh, he just experimented with that. Let me go experiment with that. Oh, I don't like that tool, but I like this tool. Let me go try that tool. That's what goes on here night after night after night. And so if you just keep coming back through osmosis, eventually you'll start to learn some stuff. You'll start to get comfortable with these tools. So keep coming back. All right? So thank you, irregulars. You're absolutely remarkable. The mods who actually take care to, figure out what people are asking and pin their comments and manage me and do all that. I didn't even look at the mod channel tonight, so that must have been frustrating. Kyle, you got a booger on your lip. So sorry I didn't look over there. But so thank you to all of you. So let's see. Okay. So I'm going to get out of here. So the last thing we do here is, for those of you Gen Xers, you remember Romper Room? You remember Magic Mirror? If you have a name like Kyle, they never called your fucking name. I'm still bitter about it. Bitter? You betcha. So who's in the house tonight? We got Firefly, we got Joey, we got Danielle, Be Not Afraid, Wolfman Clint. But we're now your weirdos, irregulars, mods, Kyle. I know, it's so amazing. Thank you, Wolfman Clint. You're awesome. J. Winston, S. Cal, Magic Mirror, here I am. I saw you. Even with a weird name, I saw you. I see you. Jenu, I see Jenu. I see Spin B3. I see Brandy. Brandy, great to see you. Thanks for coming. Steve O coming in from Australia. Cosmic Lover in the house. Kakif, thanks, Kyle. You're absolutely welcome. Thanks for hanging out for all this time. Hope this was valuable tonight. Tobias in the house. Firefly in the house. Amazing live and group. Thank you very much. Janu, Dr. J. Tomorrow is 5:30 MST. So tomorrow, 5:30 MST. When you go here, in the left-hand navigation, if you scroll toward the bottom, there's a group that says clubs. And one of the clubs in there is the AI Life Hacks group. They are starting, they have a meeting tomorrow at 5:30 Mountain. So go here, go to the Life Hacks group, and get the information about their meeting. It's a really cool group. It'll be fun. Spin B3, Wolfman Clint. Against the Norms in the house. Emilio's wife's in the house. Angelique Chainsaw, great to see you. Chainsaw, I think I saw a TikTok of yours or something. I don't know. I saw you around the internet somewhere. Maybe Twitter? I don't know. J. Winston Escal. All right, I think I got everybody. Rock, Paper, Scissors in the house. Haven't seen you in a while, but great to see you back. Summer's over. We got to get back into this shit. Oh, by the way, September 12th, mark your calendar. I'm going to do the Oprah interview with Sam Altman as a live stream. And I'll probably go on 15 minutes before it starts so we can build up enough audience, because I'm sure TikTok will restrict us once they see that we're, streaming someone else's TV show. So mark your calendars. All right, I think I got everyone. If I missed you, that's the shitty thing about Romper Room Magic Mirror. Sometimes you get missed and they don't call your name, and you're fucking 59 years old and you're like, why didn't they ever call Kyle? They called Jim and Bob and Sally. Fuck Bob. Kyle's a soft name. The only notoriety I get is from George Carlin picking on Kyle. It's a girl's name. It's a soft name, he called it. George Carlin called Kyle a soft name. Here's the problem. He's not wrong. All right, I'm leaving. I love y'all. It's Tuesday night. I will see you tomorrow, same time. It'll be 8 p.m. tomorrow. Go to the AI Life Hacks meeting tomorrow at 5:30. So 5:30 for their meeting, and then 8 o'clock here, Mountain Time. All right, do the math wherever you live, and there's fun things to do. All right. Okay, love you, Kyle. Thank you. 17,000 likes. Very nice. Love it. All right, I'm out of here. See you tomorrow. Peace.